or XX iPhone. Use this one if we have Wi-Fi problem. This one's connected to Word Mountain Temple Wi-Fi. If it has problem in the middle, can use this one. I'll forward it to you. Yeah, only that one. The other one's hardwired. Let's see. This one ready or not? Yeah, go live. If it doesn't go live, it just doesn't go live. Yeah, we're online. I'm right. What about Xuanshun is yeah.
Oh, so many people in Korea. I don't know where they are. Do you see the screen? Korea is like a whole news group people. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Where are you?
한산사 is 종인 스님 temple.
Oh, you went there. I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
철인 스님 is on the way. Coming.
Yeah, 정인 스님, please say hello to.
종인 스님 보고 인사하라고. 스님 인사하세요.
Yeah, say,
마스터가 인사.
give him a microphone so that he can talk to them a little bit. I'm sure he's itching to talk to them.
철인 스님.
Yeah, there you go.
안녕하십니까.
There you go. Yeah.
문을 닫아야지.
Yeah, no, you cannot sit. Nice try.
종인 스님이 앉으려고 하니까 앉으면 안 돼. 어? 종인 스님 어디 있어? 오 여기. 오 종인 스님.
Yeah, there you go.
예,
아 종인 스님 나오셨어요.
예 안녕하세요, 철인 스님.
Okay.
예, 대종인 스님 여러분, 예, 안녕하십니까?
Yeah.
좋습니다. 우리 나오면 사진.
안녕하십니까.
예, 잘 지내셨어요?
목소리 힘이 없어.
법문 시작해야 되니까 이따 끝나고 저 말씀하셔가지고 저 드리도록 하겠습니다. 이따 뵙겠습니다.
예, 소리가 좀 작아요. 소리 좀 키워주세요.
예.
오늘 쉐웨 the sound is low.
제표 가져와?
아니 이게 그게 아니라 저쪽에서 안 키운 거예요. 저쪽에서 키워요.
진짜 많이 맞았다.
힘든가 봐. 아니 잠 못 자니까 못 먹는 거예요. 이래가지고.
Venerable Shannon, can you hear us?
Yes.
Is it better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear better.
một vài vị giảng sanh.
한 명이 저쪽으로 가셔야 되고 제가 통역을 해야 되니까. 자, 다 당기고 자 자리를 잡아봅시다. 자, 손짓 말고. 마우스. 저희가 없어도 될 것 같아요.
이건 드셔. 이거? 차가 되게 중요해.
Chuông kia cái
전문적인 순놈님.
mà chỉ có chọn trong
Interview Korea now.
cái viên của nó là quay.
Master, we ready.
Okay, we good, huh? Hello, everyone. I'm glad to have you with us. Tonight we are continuing our investigation of Master YongHua's teaching during the Chanqi. So far, last night we started. We talked about. He taught about a fundamental aspect of in the life of a left home person. That is the awesome comportment, the Wei Yi. Wei Yi, do you have that in Korean? Wei Yi. Yeah, Wei Yi. Wei is awesome, Yi is comportment. Okay, so the Buddha's Dharma for left-form people is rather complete. It teaches us about all aspects of a left-form person that is contained in the Vinaya and in the rules and regulations of temples. So that's why nowadays, unfortunately, most monks and nuns don't spend time investigating the Che Lu anymore, the Vinaya anymore. So at least, and it's true of the case of my master's temple, because Master YongHua never really taught us the Vinaya, what is it, Vinaya in English? Huh? The precepts, okay? So it's kind of interesting because to me, when I first became a left-form person, I thought because the Buddha taught the first thing you learn as a monk is precepts. So traditionally, back then in China, you spent the first 5 years learning precepts. You are, for example, as a novice, you're not even allowed to meditate. It's kind of interesting, okay? And then after 5 years of learning precepts, as a fully ordained monk, then you're able to branch out and study sutras and so forth. But nowadays, our training is quite incomplete in that sense. We're taking too many shortcuts. So when I first became a left-form person, I was very interested in learning about precepts. And I asked my elder Dharma brothers, the Hung monks, Hung bhikshus, and none of them really learned precepts, which is really unfortunate. So I eventually have to go to Taiwan for 2 years to learn Chinese and precepts, because I felt it's so important. Right. In particular, for example, as a monk, I'm supposed to transmit the 5 precepts to lay people. Like I was transmitted the 5 precepts as a lay person at my master's temple, and then I went to Taiwan to learn about the 5 precepts. To my dismay, I was violating the 5 precepts left and right. Didn't even know, and it's a crying shame because when we transmit the 5 precepts as a monk to lay people, we need to teach them. It's a dharma. It's a practice. We need to teach our followers how to cultivate it, not just transmit it because someone, because by tradition. So that's why, at minimum, you should learn about minimum level of precepts again. And part of the learning precepts is also the regulations, the Wei Yi, the awesome comportment, and that's what my master keeps on stressing. So to me, it's kind of interesting because after I learned precepts from Taiwan, I came back here and I said, regardless whether you learn precepts or not, what is it that you need to do to become enlightened? Okay, and I came back to my teacher, my Chinese teacher, and I noticed, of course, a few of his disciples who are still remaining are enlightened. So I look at that and said, wait a minute, then what is it? How come these people don't really know about precepts and they're still enlightened? Think about it. So I looked into that and I realized that my master even though he's known as a Tripitaka master, meaning you can ask him any questions about the Tripitaka, whether it's sutra, whether it's shastra, whether it's Vinaya, okay? He can answer any of them, and that's true. That's true. But he never felt it's necessary to teach Vinaya to his disciples. Okay? Why not? Because it's a matter of time, it's a matter also of necessity, in the sense that he taught the way of life that if you follow it is equivalent to keeping precepts. So you can learn, like I did, went to Taiwan and learned the marks of the precepts, you will. Okay? Meaning that you learn about what is the precept of not killing, what are the precepts of not lying, precept of and so forth. And the Vinaya, the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha explained, is very clear. He says, for example, in order to violate the precepts of killing, okay, there are certain conditions, 4 or 5 conditions you need to, when those 4 conditions are met, 4 or 5 conditions are met, that's a clear violation of the killing precept, okay, of a heavy offense level. Whereas you violate fewer requirements, then it's repentable, or you will. Okay, so those are the called precept marks, because you learn the characteristics of precepts. Whereas, even if you learn the precepts marks, but if you keep on violating it, then it doesn't help you for your cause towards enlightenment. So what my master did, what Master Shua did, is very clever. He, instead of wasting time teaching about the precept marks, he taught us how to cultivate the essence of the practice, the daily practice that enable those people, his disciples, Heng disciples, to become enlightened. Okay? And so you have a track record here of this way of life as a monk in the United States, okay, which for the first time in the United States, where you have these monks and nuns who became enlightened, okay, without having to study precepts. So far, so good. It's kind of fascinating. And so he set up a track record, and that's what happens. That's what we're doing as well. I'm not teaching you the precepts marks either. I'm teaching you a way of life, a way of comportment, rules of behavior, that if you observe those, like my master taught his disciples, I wasn't there. Okay? So I never was taught that. His Heng disciples benefited from that. I didn't benefit from that. Okay? But I'm following the same tracks. I'm teaching you, monks and nuns and lay people, this comportment, this behavior, where if you follow that, okay, you too will become enlightened. And when you do, come back and save me. Deal? No deal? Then I won't teach you anymore. Okay? And Master YongHua, part of our lifestyle, even as a lay person, okay, we should know about the 4 awesome comportments. And you know, young men, 4 awesome comportments: sitting, standing, lying down, and walking. Those are the 4 comportments, awesome comportments. And it's the state of, it sets the standards for the monks and nuns to recognize that these monks and nuns are at the level of small enlightenment in Mahayana, meaning if you have such comportment, that is a state of a fourth stage arhat. So that's why he keeps on stressing, Master Shonghua keeps on talking about the four comportments. Why does it matter to a boy like Joseph, okay, or another lay person? Because these four comportments, Joseph, you try to get a girlfriend, the girls will notice that you are a superior person. You have these four awesome comportments. You stand erect like a pine tree. You walk softly, gently, like a breeze. Okay, you don't run. Okay, like Along. Okay, so those four comportments are actually a sign of status, if you will. Okay, and this is how superior people behave. Okay, this is the marks of the behavior of a superior person. You can look at, for example, I keep on stressing to you, the Queen of England. She's typical of imitating, trying to live up to the four comportments level, the marks of the four comportments. Okay, and whether you go interview for a job, look for business, okay, if you observe these four comportment, awesome comportment things, people also will notice you because you stand out as a different or a superior kind of person. So it's kind of cool. Okay? And I stress to you, monks and nuns, the four level compartments are for you. Number one, if you're not a fourth stage arhat yet, if you observe those things, okay, it will help you become a fourth stage arhat faster. And if you're a fourth stage arhat, okay, then you naturally, your four awesome compartments will become so natural, you don't even think about it. Becomes your second nature, you will. Okay? So it's kind of interesting that we are being given a glimpse through Master Shonghua by insisting on teaching us repeatedly about the four awesome compartments. That's gives us a glimpse into a state of enlightenment. All right? Any questions? All right, let's listen to his tip then. So last night we talked about a few of the compartments. Now he's talking about lying like a bowl. You can listen to it, but I have a hard time lying like a bowl. But it's good to learn about it. Maybe someday you understand it. I don't understand why lying like a bowl is so important, to be honest with you. Okay, go on, please.
这叫托腮，这个手啊放到这个地方，这叫搭胯啊，托腮搭胯，这么睡。
This is called support the cheek. This hand put here. This is called place on the pelvis. Place on the pelvis. Sleep like this.
因为释迦牟尼佛是时时的吉祥卧，这叫吉祥卧。卧呢也一样参禅。
Because Shakyamuni Buddha auspicious lying all the time, this is called auspicious lying. Lying is also investigating trance.
行住坐卧，这是参禅。所以永嘉大师才说。
Walking, standing, sitting, and lying are all investigating trance. Thus, Great Master YongHua said,
行也参，坐也参，愚昧动静体安然。
Walking is also Chan, sitting is also Chan, speaking, silence, moving, still, substance, peaceful.
Let me correct the English. You're missing on the Chinese character. This because what Master YongHua is talking about is a state of enlightened being. Okay, so that this is another tip from the great Chinese masters. He says what he's implying is that because in his song of enlightenment, because when he wrote after he became enlightened, so he's talking about enlightenment and discusses enlightenment. So he says walking is Chan. Okay, after you become enlightened, when you walk, you're also doing Chan. Okay, sitting, you're also doing Chan. Okay, and when you're speaking, you're also doing Chan. When you're not speaking, you're also doing Chan. When you're moving, you're walking and moving, you're still doing Chan. When you're sitting there, okay, when you are not moving, okay, you're waiting for someone to finish talking, you're still doing Chan. Okay, your substance, Ti. Okay, still you're moving, still your substance. Chinese character here is Ti. An Ran. Okay, so he says this is a state of an enlightened person. He says when you what can be observed, whether it's walking, sitting, speaking, silent, moving, and you stop moving and so forth, okay, that is Chan. If you observe these enlightened beings, whatever they do right there, that's what a state of enlightened being that's doing Chan. So far, so good? Okay? And then he says, but inside, this is what differentiates this person from a person who fakes it, from a person who says, if he walks slow, I walk slow. Okay? If he stands straight, I stand straight. So what is the difference between a person who is an imposter of an enlightened person versus a real enlightened person is in the Ti, Anran. Is it clear? So the teaching is very precise. Okay, he says, all the movements, all the sitting, the walking is in Chan because it's manifestation of a substance which is Anran. Okay, in Chinese. What's An? An is peaceful, at peace. Okay? And Ran is what? So what happened is, of course, my disciple who translated this is clearly not enlightened. That's why she missed out, and her assistant, of course, missed out on the Ran. What is Ran? Huh? Ran has hidden meaning. This is why you guys don't notice it. Okay? Ran has hidden meaning, has a couple of meanings that I don't think the Chinese even get it. Okay, I'm challenging you, Chinese and Koreans and people who recognize Chinese characters. Tell me what does Ran mean. Go ahead. Five fingers? Five fingers gone? What is Ran here? Yes, 5 fingers. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, look it up. You know, I challenge you, look it up in the dictionary.
그럴 연자래요. 그럴 연.
What? She's complaining now?
한국말로 막. 그럴 연은 한국 영어로 뭐예요? 그러하다.
그냥 just like that.
Just like that. Just like that.
It's okay to look up the dictionary. It's okay.
찾아보래 빨리.
Perfectly okay. Yes, orange.
Venerable Shannon just said the way it is.
The way it is. What is the way it is? Like in that song, Barbara Streisand, The Way We Were, or something like that. The way it is? What is that? What is the way it is? From a dictionary, it means natural. Very good. Okay? The way it is. It's natural. What's natural? Natural meaning that you are not, it's not fake. Okay? That is effortless, if you will. It's natural because you don't even have to make an effort. You don't need to even have to think about it. You don't even have to be mindful, if you will. Oh my God, that word, that dirty word, mindful. Oh my God, I'm so icky about this word. You know, please, you meditation teachers and you students, stay away from the people who teach you about mindfulness. Oh my God, this is horrible. Okay? It's natural. It's not mindful. Okay? Please, don't tell me it's mindful. I'm mindful of my walking. I'm mindful of my standing. That's a state of stupidity. Never mind. I shouldn't be making fun of Hinayana training. Now, so this substance here is natural. So it comes from the behavior. It's natural. That is why some of you who never paid attention to when I taught you the four compartments, say, well, Master's nonsense. He's too Vietnamese or whatever. And then when you get to fourth stage, naturally, you see yourself walking softly. You see yourself standing straight. You see yourself smiling. So gently, so sweetly. Okay? So you see that becomes natural. Isn't it cool? See, he gave us a clue. What else? What else does Ran mean? What? 5 fingers, and now he's Samsung, becomes 5 fingers and take on. Come on, look up the dictionary. What else does Ran mean? Anyone? Yes. Green.
It has 2 meanings. First is dust, and the second meaning is burning.
Is what?
Burning.
Burning. Dust is natural. Dust is very good. Dust is similar to natural. Okay? It's close enough. Okay? I don't want to go into dust because it's too complicated. Okay? But it has a meaning of dust, and also third meaning is what interests me for you. Second, the dust I'm not going to in this non-paying session. The meaning of Ran is burning, meaning bright, emitting light. Okay? When you become enlightened, you emit light. Ran here is that your substance is at peace. It is effortless, natural, and also emits light. That's so Chinese. You know, the Chinese teachers, okay? And when they use these characters, it's on purpose. It's so beautiful. that we, English language, don't have anymore. We don't have it. Okay? And we try to translate it. You lose the meaning. Okay? So you translate substance peaceful and natural. Okay? But then you lose bright. You translate natural, and then you lose bright. If you translate bright, then you lose natural, unfortunately. It's all included in that Ran character, Chinese character. Isn't that cool? This is why even the Chinese don't understand it anymore. The culture is so profound, so rich, and yet very few Chinese monks and nuns understand. I guarantee you, very few understand this Ti An Ran here. All right, let's continue.
Even meet with a sharp saber, always completely tranquil. Even give a poisonous drug, still totally at ease.
Okay, so, Tan Tan, right? Tan Tan. It's not tranquil. See, the meaning of the Chinese, what the great Master YongHua is talking about. Or is it Master YongHua or Master YongHua? Okay. So remember last night I talked to you about when someone sticks you with a knife, you don't feel any pain. Okay? So that's only to impress the landlord who was listening last night. I apologize to you. Tonight, he's no longer there, right? 5 fingers? 5 fingers gone. Okay. So tonight, what this section he is referring to is this is Feng Dao. It's very sharp, saber. Okay. Even when you meet with a sharp saber, okay. When they stick a sharp saber in you, you are Chan here is completely, okay, or constantly. Tan Tan. Okay? Tan Tan meaning what? It's not tranquil. If you translate into tranquil, then you lose out the real message here. Is not tranquil. What is it? Look up dictionary. Go ahead. What happened to your Samsung Note number 10? She's a Samsung a devotee. Yes? Huh? What's Tan Tan? Come on, Chinese people. Speak up. Chinese internet are not participating, or they're having some problems, like last night. They're not participating yet. See? Still demonstrating or looting. One of the two. Half Chinese. Tan Tan. What does it mean? Huh? Come on, you. It's so beautiful. This teaching, the Chinese, the way they teach is so elegant. And that's why to translate is very difficult. Yes, go ahead.
So
So it has the meaning
Taiwan.
of being even or leveled.
Level. Mm-hmm.
Composed.
Composed. There you go. Not tranquil, composed. Very good.
Modest.
Okay?
There's also modest.
What?
Modest.
Modest. I can't hear you. Modest.
Modest.
Modest. So Taiwanese. Okay. What it means is this. Picture this. Someone sticks a knife into you, a sharp knife in you. Okay? Of course. Okay? What I described to you last night to impress a landlord is that you stick a knife, you don't feel anything. Okay? Just to impress him. It's true. I'm not lying. Okay? Because as soon as you see someone sticking a knife in you, you can simply, before the knife reaches you, you can stop the pain sensations. Just like that. So far, so good. So that's why my claim is that you don't feel any pain. That is true. That is 100% accurate. Okay? However, if you're distracted by, let's say, a small dragon, and the knife reaches you before you can stop the pain, okay? Then you could feel the pain, yes? But even with that sharp pain there, okay, you still are composed. Okay, composed or unperturbed. 坦坦, meaning that they try to afflict you. This is very important. Let's say you get this level, you go home, and your husband says, "Where were you?" You know, and he shows this aggression towards you. Okay, that's offensive. Okay, or in some cases, and they hit you. Okay, you still 坦坦. Okay, so without pain, you still 坦坦. Because either you have no pain, you can shield yourself from pain, from feeling pain, or if you feel the pain, it does not afflict you, doesn't bother you at all. Unlike us, if someone hits you, it hurts, it bothers you, yes? And that's because you're not there yet. When you're not there, they hit you, okay? You hurt, their hands hurt, you hurt, but you completely 坦坦. Yes? Okay. And you're given some poison, and you give some poison, and you still 咸咸. 咸咸 meaning what?
At ease?
No, you leisurely drink it.
See?
It's so cool. This is why to me there's a definition of coolness. Okay? It's like if we know you're given some poison, okay, and you say, "Goodbye, world. I love you. It's nice knowing you." This guy, he knows he's gonna die. And he says, he leisurely, okay. It tastes terrible. You see, it's so like he leisurely, 咸咸, leisurely takes the poison. It is so cool to me. That's to me is the definition of coolness. So my boy, Joseph, That's what I look for in a woman. Okay? Never mind. He's not into women yet. Superior person in general. Okay? You know that you're going to die. Okay? And he's not depressed. He's not, he knows perfectly well that this is poison. Okay? He still leisurely drinks it like a cup of tea. It is beautiful the way that this is described, the way the Chinese, the way that these Chinese masters describe it. To me, it is so elegant, so beautiful, that we cannot express in English. Okay? You leisurely take it. All right, continue, please. So that's from YongHua, right? That's that phrase here, in the prior slide. That's from YongHua.
This one's from Venerable YongHua. The previous one's from YongHua Daxi.
This is from Master YongHua?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. You know why? Because it happened to him. He's describing himself.
Later on, he describes
people try to poison him, and people try to harm him. Go on, please. So cool.
他说：“我行路也参禅，坐那儿也参禅。”
Said, when I walk, I also investigate Chan. Sit there, I also investigate Chan.
So what you do? You know it's hurting, right? What you do is you stand there, okay? In the four awesome compartments, put your mind to the four awesome compartments. Okay? Just put your mind to that state that he's describing. The pain should go away. All right.
语类动静啊，就是说话的时候，我里边还是参禅；默就是不说话的时候，还是参禅。
You put your mind in that state that he's describing. Forget about yourself. Can you translate for him? Did you hear that? Did you understand? Okay, very good. All right, continue.
Speaking, silence, moving, still. When speaking, I still investigate Chan inside. Silent, when not speaking, still investigate Chan.
体呀，这个本体呀，就是这个自性呢，总是平安无事的。
Substance peaceful and unperturbed. This original substance is the self-nature, is always peaceful, tranquil, and no matter.
And that's why it's the way he explained it is for his disciples who were there, so he can go as far as An, but he didn't explain Ran, because for these people Ran doesn't mean anything. What is that? A shotgun? Go on.
终于风刀长谈谈，我就遇到有人想把我这个头给我割去，我也不害怕。
I even met with a sharp saber. always completely tranquil.
Saber.
Saber.
Always when you see BRE, to put the R to the end. Saber.
Saber. Okay.
That's French.
Even meet with a sharp saber, always completely composed. Even if I meet somebody who wants to cut off my head, I am also not afraid.
你看这个定力啊，锋刀啊，很快的一把宝剑，你斩我的头我也不管啊。
You see this samadhi power, sharp saber, very sharp sword, cut my head. I also don't care.
不要说打。
When you think about it, he's not even afraid someone cut his head off. Why should he be afraid of the coronavirus? Let me ask you. Huh? How can you walk around being so afraid of the virus?
就是你拿一把刀来斩，也没有问题，很平等，这个谈呢就平坦，我也不会恐惧的。
Not to mention beat up, even you take a saber to cut me is also no problem. Very flat. This composed is flat. I will not be afraid. Sir, is this flat?
It's not flat, but it's okay. I give up on you English-speaking people. Let me enjoy my Chinese. It's just too much of trying to explain everything to you. It sounds like I'm trying to sell you the Chinese or something. It's too much. Okay? It's okay. It's close enough. Chinese language is so beautiful. The way these Chinese teachers, they explain the Dharma. It's so elegant. It's so eloquent. It's so beautiful. I just, to me, to try to explain to you in English, I hate myself because I fall short as well. So I let you Chinese people fall short. I will not participate because it doesn't help my cause, okay? My cause is help you become enlightened. I don't care for you to understand too much. Just understand enough, the important parts. And just appreciate the beauty when you get later, when you see this and say, wow, this is so beautiful. How can you see and understand or be in such a state of beauty that's inexpressible? So.
假药毒药也新鲜，你就是有人给我一碗毒药，给我喝，我也不要紧，也很这是闲事。
Even give a poisonous drug, still totally leisurely drink it. Even if somebody give me a bowl of poison, give it to me to drink. I'm also okay. This is a leisurely matter.
You see how once I explained to you, see how beautiful that this person is? He's going to die from being poisoned. He said, okay, let me drink it for you. That is so beautiful to me. So why would this person be worried about, money or fame or recognition or, all those worldly things? He's going to die from poison. and he leisurely drinks it. Name anyone else you know who can be like that. Richard? Far from it. Richard is the exact opposite.
Venerable Shenhua mentioned Dharma Zu Shi later on this note.
Okay, very good. Continue, please. It's so beautiful. Let's just enjoy this thing. To me, I just envision this monk here who's being poisoned, and he just leisurely drinks it like a cup of tea that our Korean Sunnis will give us, and we just. It's so beautiful. Go on.
人事呢，就是不重要的事。你看这种境界，这如果没有定力，他怎么能做得到啊？
Leisurely matter is not important, a not important matter. You see such state, this, if no samadhi power, how can he do it?
So this person here is given a cup of poison, okay, and he knows full well it's poison. To him, it's not a big deal. It's poison. Think about it. He knows it's poison, and he in his mind says, "It's poison. So what's the big deal?" Okay, so and of course he knows full well. It's not like he's stupid. He's fool to thinking this is 7-Up or something. Okay, he knows it's poison. And so that's why Master YongHua says, you see this kind of mental state, okay? If you weren't for samadhi power, your mind will be racing back and forth. You say, what is going to happen to me? How much, what is going to happen to my temple? What happened to my beloved disciples? What's going to happen to small dragons, Who's going to take care of them? Who's going to teach them? So this person has so much samadhi power, it's no big deal. So, nothing. Even faced with the ultimate tests, okay? That is, you're gonna die. Okay? He's still nonchalant about it. It's so cool. I hope someday you can enjoy being a state of being like that. It's the ultimate coolness, if you will, that is no way the Western cultures have this kind of concept. Only in Chinese Mahayana where they describe it like that. Not even the Hinayana. The Hinayana is, you can't come near me. Okay? I refuse. You give me poison? I know. I refuse. I don't fall for it. Mahayana? Poison? Okay. That's according with living beings. Ultimate according with living beings. You see, Joseph? You learn about coolness. Ultimate coolness that is no way you can learn from the schools. Never mind. Give it time. To me, you know, my boy, to me, I wish that when I was your age, someone told me about these kinds of standards for me to kind of have a glimpse of what it's like to be a superior person. Okay. It's kind of cool. Anyway. Go on.
这样子好像那个四祖大师，皇帝派这个使臣说要把他这个头给带走。
Like this, just like Great Master, the fourth patriarch, The emperor sent an official, said they want to take away his head.
他把头伸长了，就说你砍了，这就是总以锋刀长谈谈。
He stretched out his head and said, "You chop it. This is even meat with the sharp saber, always completely composed."
You see, Chunging, that's what I'm talking about. The legs are hurting. Okay? It's like, you know. And then you say, okay, let it hurt. Let it hurt. So what? It's so cool. That's why you stand there and say, hurt more. Is that all you got? All right, go on.
为什么他能这样？就因为他有定力。要没有定力，那你要我的头赶快跑。
Why can't he be like this? This is because he has samadhi power. If no samadhi power, then you want my head? I run fast.
那就没有定力了。
That is no samadhi power.
菩提达摩，我们初祖达摩祖师。
The Dharma, our first patriarch, Patriarch Dharma.
你外道用这个毒药去想把他毒死，6次之多。
The externalist used this poison, wanted to poison him to death as many as 6 times.
他也明明他知道是毒药，他也一样把它喝下去。这叫假药毒药也咸，没有什么问题。
He clearly knew this is poison, but still drank it. This is even given poison, still at leisure, no problem at all.
之前是我们是对这个预约的。会用功的人，随时随地都是用功参禅。
The ones who know how to apply effort to investigate Chan anytime, anywhere.
不会用功的人，随时随地都把光阴空过去了。
The ones who don't know how to apply effort let time pass by in vain, anytime, anywhere. 那么现在从这儿来坐禅，你觉得是很平常的，其实现在天地惊动了。 Then we now sit Chan here. You feel this is very ordinary, but actually now heaven and earth are all startled and moved.
Okay, there's a question here.
So why does the sixth patriarch run away then?
Run away where? Yes, question. Korea, 5 fingers. 5 fingers has
I
the
believe
answer.
that there was instruction from fifth patriarch.
Come again?
I believe that there was instruction from fifth patriarch.
What is the instruction again?
The sixth patriarch ran away from people who were trying to kill. I believe there was instruction from fifth patriarch.
Show up as 6 patriarchs.
He never said that directly, specifically said, you should run away from the people who try to kill you. He never said that. Did he? I don't recall it ever being the case where...
Maybe on this... Okay.
Okay? So it's a fair question. This is typical of a Westerner. This person clearly is not Chinese.
Instead of offering his head like the 4th patriarch, when his enemy wanted to murder him, why did he run away?
So this person is not Asian, right?
Asian.
Is he Asian?
Yeah.
It's probably a young person.
Chinese.
Not older generation like me.
Yeah.
Who appreciate this Chinese beauty. Younger Asians, they don't appreciate it anymore. Yes, you see, it's a matter of generation gaps, if you will. So why did the 4th patriarch stick his neck out, and then the 6th patriarch, instead of facing the danger and getting harmed, he would run away? Why? Yeah, back there, some Germany, originally green.
Maybe because he didn't accomplish his mission yet. He can't die yet because he didn't find the 7th patriarch yet.
Maybe his work is not done yet. Maybe the 4th patriarch is in a hurry to go to the Pure Land, and the 6th patriarch wasn't. He says, I still have a lot of work to do. I can't go to the Pure Land yet. Okay? Do you remember what happened after the 4th patriarch was killed? White blood came out, not red blood. And Master Shewai explained that the white blood is because the 4th patriarch is pure yang. The blood becomes white. Right? So the emperor's emissary went back to the capital and reported that to the emperor. The emperor is so impressed, he says, this is not an ordinary person. Okay? Unlike people have claimed, people were slandering this monk, saying he's evil, he's deviant, he's a demon, and so forth. And there's no way a demon would die and have this white blood come out like that. So this person is an extraordinary person, special person. Okay? So the emperor recognized his wrong ways and felt sorry, and he started paying attention to Buddhism. So, in other words, the 4th patriarch at that point decided to leave this world because his work is done, and then he says, this is a time for me to, instead of going and kiss up to the emperor, let me offer him my head to impress him. So he went to the Pure Land and let himself be killed at the same time. To me, it's a pretty clever thing to do. Yes? Okay? Now, you ask me, why the 6th patriarch? What about the 6th patriarch? Who knows? Because it's not clear. You can advance certain theories. You say like from the gentleman from Germany, he says maybe his work is not done yet. Okay, maybe he was afraid. We don't know. Okay, maybe. He's hungry, so he had to go eat first. We don't know. So my point being that when you listen to the Dharma, you have to look at it as you have to understand, you have to look at the big picture. These beings are not like us. You cannot use our logic, our reference point, to try to understand why they did that. Okay, you just have to. This young Asian here is approaching listening to the Dharma wrong, if I may say so. Okay, this is such a treat. This is such a privilege to be able to hear of the behavior of two superior, two outstanding, two great individuals in the history of mankind. One decided to die, one decided to run away. Okay? And you have to look at it as, wow, that's how interesting it is. The Dharma is never that rigid. Just because you run away doesn't mean you're scared. Does it? To you, yeah. To this person who asked. Clearly, this person feels that for the sixth patriarch to run away, he's probably scared. It's not the case. You may not be scared, but you have a full range of options. You can avoid. You can avoid. Like later on in the sixth patriarch sutra, someone came, a Korean monk, where Sarah's country came from. Okay, Korean monk came and then tried to cut his head. And what did he do? He said he covered his head with his roshan with a steel plate, so he couldn't cut. The Korean monk tried to cut his head because someone paid for it. Hired him to go cut the sixth patriarch's head, to bring it back for worshiping whatever, okay, or maybe as a Japanese person, who knows, okay. But anyway, so he put a steel plate in his neck so that the guy keep on hacking away. He can't cut it off, okay. So these beings, they have their own reasons for doing things. So when we listen to Dharma, kind of enjoy the Dharma for the sake of like watching a movie, if you will, Casablanca, or whatever. It's just a fun thing to watch. The difference is that you see that the Dharma is so unfixed. You don't always have to drink the poison. You don't always have to show that you have no pain. Sometimes you say, it's okay too. Okay? It's perfectly okay for these people to say, they stick a knife and say, why did you do that? They have the full range of responses, if you will. But what they're describing is one response that is kind of try to impress you, if you will. That's the fourth patriarch. He tried to impress the emperor, let's face it. He says, this emperor is so misguided. He thinks he's cool. He thinks his Taoist priests and all those people that they impress him through their tricks and their spiritual penetration. He thinks it's a cool thing, a superior thing. I show him the ultimate trick. I die. I show you what kind of blood I have. Okay, so that's what he chose to do. But if you ask me if I had white blood like that, I would let him cut a little bit so that the white blood comes out, and then I pull my head back so that I can live a few more days. it's okay too. It would be just as impressive if you ask me. So they have a full range of things. So don't take it literally. Look at this as at that point they decided to behave like that. Does it help? Okay, very good. Time is up. Thank you, everyone. Good night. No more questions.